So what is going on, guys? It is Fluxy here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Rust console versus Rust mobile, and specifically the threat that I think Rust mobile poses to Rust console edition. For those of you who aren't aware, Rust mobile is a mobile version of the PC and console game and is developed in collaboration with Facepunch Studios, the creators of Rust. I do think, however, that this game poses a significant threat to Rust Console Edition. My reasoning for this is that the mobile version of Rust does seem a lot further along in content. For example, did you know the mobile version of Rust already has minicopters? And that's something we've been waiting 4 years for now on Rust Console and we still don't seem to have. Maybe that will change when we do get a roadmap next week, but for now, the future on minis on Rust Console is unclear. I honestly think that if Rust Mobile add controller support, then it could potentially be all over for Rust Console Edition. I mean, if I could literally just pick up a controller and play Rust Mobile just like I play Rust Console, then why would I play a less updated version of the game if I could have a version of the game in line with the PC version just running off a mobile device? Now obviously the mobile version of Rust does have a few differences in graphics compared to what we're used to on console, and it definitely does look a lot worse. But if we're going to talk about it, there's actually quite a lot of differences compared to the mobile version of Rust than even the PC version. For example, when you ride a horse on the mobile version of Rust, it actually does it in third person, so you are able to look around you. And a lot of the animations seem different as a whole, and I do believe they've actually been rebuilt from the ground up specifically for the mobile version. In the background now, I'm going to show you a video I found online of Rust Mobile from the YouTube account TipsyG, and I will leave a link to his video in the description below, so please can you all go down there and show him some love. But really, I think overall, an announcement of the mobile version of Rust really should encourage the console developers to step up and greatly increase the speed of the content they are delivering to us. I think it's very possible that the mobile version of Rust could actually cannibalize the sales of the console version if it is so much more updated and so much more optimized than the console version. And also, at the end of the day, you can just pull out your phone and go on this at any time. For example, if I'm seeing my friends and I'm getting raided on the console version, then I'm not going to be able to do anything. I'm out of my house, I'm away from my console, but if I'm getting raided on the mobile version, I can just make an excuse, go into the next room, quickly pull out my phone, defend the raid, and come back like nothing happened. I think that there are definitely a lot of clear benefits of this, and as someone who does love the console version of Rust and doesn't want to see its sales cannibalized by a better version of the game on mobile, I think this should be a real call to arms to the console developers to step up and produce better and faster content for us all. Now currently Rust Mobile is not out. I don't believe there is a release date as of yet, and the only playtests that I've seen have been in China, so it doesn't look like it's coming anytime soon, but we will be staying tuned for any announcements and I will cover that on the channel as well. Overall though, I would be lying if I said I wasn't worried. I think that we need to see some major changes in Rust console this year in order for it to stand out as a unique Rust version on the console platforms. For example, I've talked previously about the developers making a next-gen only version of the game and finally dropping old-gen support, and I think that's really one of the things that Rust console needs to do. With the mobile version coming out, I think at the very least Rust console needs to get a graphics update to clearly define it as its own format. Now, I know these are two different games, but I've actually been playing a lot of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 lately, and the graphics on that game are incredible. And I mean, if Rust console can get anywhere near that, then it needs to try. We've had these graphics for 4 years now, and people who bought a next-gen console, I mean, what upgrades are they really seeing on console Rust at this point? I think that now is the time. We need to see a next-gen version of the game, and we need to see this fast, because when the mobile version does fully release, I definitely do think that quite a few of console players will at least go and check out that mobile version, and who knows, if they like it more, then maybe they switch completely, and maybe they don't play the console version again, and that actually affects the player base of the console version of Rust. I can, however, say that I specifically will only be playing the console version of Rust. This is the version that I love, and I definitely won't be switching anytime soon, but man, I just don't want to see this game lose out on sales and player base. I mean, there's so much potential here, there's so much that the developers could do, and I mean, we need to see something, man. We need to see something from these developers. We need this roadmap to be amazing, but we don't even know when we're getting that roadmap. Honestly, it just needs to be as soon as possible, and I think if anything, the Rust Mobile announcement just makes this even more important to us console players. Now, I will be covering this situation as it develops more, but I just wanted to make a short video on my thoughts of the Rust Mobile version and really let you all know where I stand with it. As always, I have a ton of more videos lined up for you all, so if you are enjoying the content, please be sure to like and subscribe. But for now, I have been Fluxy, have a good wipe.